Hi everyone, I'm Not Whelm, and this is Am I Nima? The Story Explained. The demo for Am I Nima opens with a chilling scene. Nima slowly regains consciousness in a cold, dim basement. A sickening feeling settles in. She's bound it tightly to a chair, unable to move. As her senses slowly sharpen, notices a figure standing quietly in the corner. It's her mother, Annabelle Lee. When she finally speaks, it's only to ask hesitantly, "Nima, is that you?" Instantly, there's an unsettling tension between mother and daughter. Annabelle claims Nima nearly drowned and insists that she heroically saved her life, yet her actions tell a different story. She doesn't untie Nima, she doesn't embrace her. Instead, she waits, almost expecting her daughter to prove something. It becomes painfully clear. Annabelle doubts that this girl in her basement is truly Nima. This tension sets the stage for the game's core mechanic. Nima must gather wards by interacting with her surroundings, combining memories and emotions to form responses in conversations. She begins with just two simple words, Nima and stranger. To convince Annabelle that she's genuinely her daughter, she'll need to carefully unlock and use more words, piecing together fragments of memory scattered around the room. Eventually, Annabelle brings down food, but it's clear from the start that this isn't about care, it's another test. She watches Nima closely, each movement scrutinized for signs of strangeness or unfamiliarity. Every word, every hesitation, every tiny detail feels critical. One wrong step could convince Annabelle that the girl before her isn't her daughter at all. The scene is suffocatingly tense. Nima feels the weight of her mother's judgment in every response, every pause she makes. It's as if Annabelle is searching for something specific, a sign that Nima isn't who she claims. It becomes clear that this meal isn't just unsettling because of the questions. It's unsettling because Nima has no idea what the correct answers are, or if they even exist. While you're mid-conversation, you lose consciousness and fall asleep. Annabelle ends up carrying you upstairs while this following sequence plays. After this eerie interaction, Nima wakes again, but this time she's no longer bound in the basement. Instead, she's laying in her own bed upstairs. For the first time, Nima can move freely, but freedom feels like an illusion as she explores her room. Nima discovers a diary and immediately senses something deeply wrong. Pages are aggressively scratched out, black ink violently obscuring most words. Do not trust the woman, kill her. The realization hits Nima. She has no memory of ever writing this warning. Researching further, Nima uncovers references to someone named Pearl, an older figure who seems strangely significant yet elusive in her memory. The diary also reveals mentions of mysterious pills, hinting at medical or psychological experiments. But most unnerving is the conspicuous absence of her father. The game mentions his passing only briefly, like a minor detail. Needing answers desperately, Nima finally knocks on her bedroom door, hoping her mother will let her out. Only then does she realize the gravity of her confinement. Multiple heavy deadbolts slowly unlock from the outside. The door opens to reveal Annabelle standing coldly, expression blank and detached. No explanations, no apologies, just a cold gesture instructing Nima to sit at the dining table. As Annabelle suddenly unlocks another door, the bathroom, it becomes crystal clear. This isn't about recovery. It's about confinement, control, and fear. As Nima sits nervously at the table, Annabelle begins her interrogation. Not warmly, but clinically. She asks pointed questions. Are you feeling any pain? Did you have any strange dreams? Her expressions never softens, only growing colder as she meticulously takes notes. Then Annabelle introduces a memory test, presenting two objects to gauge Nima's reactions. First, a shark plush toy. Familiar, safe, a comforting relic from a happier time spent at the aquarium with her father. Nima handles this test easily, recalling the memory without issue. Annabelle's expression remains unreadable as she scribbles down some notes. But then Annabelle presents the fossilized rock, and immediately an overwhelming feeling of dread and hatred consume Nima. Her panic feels uncontrollable, raw, and primal. She screams desperately for help, unable to understand what the fossil has provoked such terror. Instantly, Annabelle leaps forward, violently smothering Nima's mouth with her hand, silencing her cries. The intensity of the moment is suffocating. All tenderness vanishes entirely, replaced by hostility and brutal control. Annabelle forcibly drags the still panicked Nima back to her room and bluntly instructs her it's time for bed, as though Nima were nothing more than a prisoner. Nima wakes up again, but something feels horrifyingly wrong. Her body refuses to respond, heavy, numb, and paralyzed. With growing terror, she realizes she's being pinned down. Annabelle sits coldly above her, her expression detached yet terrifyingly focused. Before Nima can scream or struggle, the anesthetics have worn off. Everything abruptly cuts to black. The demo ends, leaving the player to grapple with one horrifying truth. This wasn't about protection or recovery. It was about control, punishment, or perhaps the removal of something inside of Nima. Now that we've carefully broken down the entire demo, let's dig deeper into what might really be happening in Am I Nima, exploring the darker meanings hidden just beneath the surface. One major theory suggests that Nima was infected by something hidden in the fossil, something ancient, dangerous, and unnatural. It explains her immediate fear and panic upon seeing it. This parasite may be altering her mind, personality, or even memories, making Annabelle believe she's no longer truly her daughter. Another unsettling possibility is that Annabelle isn't just a frightened mother. She's experimenting on Nima. Her meticulous notes, detached observations, and extreme measure of lobotomy strongly suggest she's monitoring changes in Nima, possibly testing whatever was unleashed by the fossil. Her clinical demeanor and obsessive control indicate Nima isn't just her daughter anymore. She's her test subject. But what about the drowning story in the beginning? The drowning incident Annabelle described at the start might never have happened. Instead, it could be a convenient cover-up for something far worse. Perhaps an experiment gone horribly wrong, an event connected to the fossil, or even an attempt to hide the existence of whatever now inhibits or influences Nima. Annabelle's rehearsed, unconvincing story only deepens suspicion of her true motives. Ultimately, the game's title itself, Am I Nima, underscores the central question. Either Nima is still herself, manipulated and gaslit to the point that she doubts her own identity, or something sinister truly inhabits her body, erasing who she was once. Both options are horrifying, and the demo refuses to confirm either one, leaving players in a state of uncertainty. Am I Nima excels in capturing psychological horror through themes of memory, identity, and deeply unsettling mother-daughter dynamic. By the demo's end, the ambiguity remains hauntingly effective. Is Nima still herself, or is her mother right to fear her? What truly happens with the fossil? Until the full game releases, these chilling mysteries linger. But what do you think? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.